I'm in a situation that you could call a classic dilemma situation. So a friend of mine offered me this GRAIL piece for sale. That's actually a piece that I've tried on before. I've posted it on my Instagram. And I don't think I've ever received that many comments and DMs about one single piece. So I'm sure it's not only a GRAIL piece for me, but to a lot of people out there. And this is quite the special piece, not only the model, the color, etc. But this particular iteration has details that I've never seen before to that extent. Now today is the day I have to make a decision. I'm actually at a place in my lifetime where I shouldn't buy stuff for various reasons. But when a friend offers you a GRAIL piece, and that's why I'm in the studio today, because I have to make 2 belts, and really focusing on creating a product really gives me time to think, to meditate on that idea, and I'm sure I will come up with the right solution after belt making. Unfortunately, I have to make a quick decision, so I have to decide today when my friend comes over. By the way, that's a friend that you probably know if you follow his channel. Some people call him the traveling avant-garde salesman. He always comes up with cool pieces around the corner for me that I could buy. I say yes most of the time, to be honest, but it's usually a quick decision, right? He's here for like 30 minutes, 60 minutes, something like that. And in that time frame, I make a decision. In this particular case, I know the piece, I've tried it on, I've posted a picture of it, etc. So I'm quite familiar, so I can make the decision beforehand. So that's sort of the process I'm currently struggling with. Should I pick it up or not? But let's make some belts first. Hopefully during that process, I'll have an epiphany and I know what the right decision is. So we give the buckles a couple of minutes to dry, probably like 30 minutes or so. Then we can do the next layer of coat. And in the meanwhile, I will get the leather and cut it into straps for the belts. So this is the buffalo leather. It's usually a pretty big hide. This is now quite small because I've cut many belts from this. So it's easier to handle, also easier for the camera. So let's cut this into straps. And now comes the most difficult or the most labor intensive part. Since this leather is so thick, I'm not sure if you can see how thick this is pretty much unusable for a belt. So what I'm doing is I'm splitting it in half. Right? There are fancy, very expensive machines that can do that. I, of course, don't have one of those. So I'm using a splitter that has basically just a blade in it. So you manually have to pull the whole belt through, and then you can adjust the setting here depending on how much you want to cut off. But this is really a labor intensive. I usually sweat a lot after I'm done with that. So yeah, this is going to be the next part. So here's the thing. My wife and I were moving out to the countryside end of March. Right? We're moving into a different apartment, but our plan is to build a house there. So the plan is to start the build in about a year, and then so in 2 years the house will be finished. Obviously, I need to finance that. I should be a responsible person to finance what needs to be financed for the family, right? Don't buy random fashion stuff that nobody really needs, right? But here's the thing, it's an incredible piece, right? And this is the dilemma that I have, like, are you the responsible grown-up that you're supposed to be, or do you indulge in your fashion dreams? And you know, I picture myself in summer with this piece on, just a t-shirt, black jeans, that's it. Really, really cool, mad summer vibes. And this emotion, right, is really hard to get out of my head for some reason. And all those thoughts like really are driving me insane. I'm thinking, okay, you're not losing money, you just don't have cash, but you have it in a physical piece, right? That's something I prefer anyways. But then the other side on my shoulder or in my brain is like, man, you're just trying to justify that. It's a bad decision. You're 36 years old, right? You should make better decisions. So I'm really torn between those decisions both obviously have upsides, both have downsides. So I really don't know what to do. Sometimes I think, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it. Then the next minute I'm like, no, be responsible, David, you can do this. So I don't know, he's gonna be here any minute and I still haven't come up with a solution. I would ask you for help, but when you're watching this, it's already too late. I made my decision. Hopefully it's the right one. I'm also thinking this could be a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I think the piece in general is not that rare, but that iteration with the details is just, I've never seen it like this, and it's perfect to me because everything is, you'll see. And then, you know, I also think, yes, once in a lifetime opportunity. That's what I said about other pieces as well. Do you need another once in a lifetime opportunity? How many are there? Right? So it's also a good example of what is to come. So I think I should not buy it. Man, it's so difficult. I don't know what to do. As you can see, I still haven't made a decision. He's gonna come here any minute. I think I'm gonna have to improvise as I... Hallo? Was geht? My friend just left a minute ago. He was kind enough to leave this piece here so that I can further inspect it, try it on, etc. and then make a decision. As you can see, the rice bag is hanging here in the studio. Really excited to open this up and show you guys. This is, of course, a CCP piece, and this is a beautiful scar stitch leather jacket in coarse, which is horse, in color 1. As you can see, fits me very, very well. Love the color. Elongated arms are long but not too long. Shoulders fit perfectly. Really beautiful elbow detail. So I hope you understand the dilemma that I'm currently facing. On the one hand, I want to be the responsible, grown-up person who makes the right decisions. On the other side, there's this piece, which is absolutely lovely. So I haven't made up my mind yet, to be honest. I'm changing my mind every minute. So I don't know what to do. Please let me know down in the comments what would you do. I have to find a solution somehow. The leather is obviously incredible, soft, juicy, thick and sturdy. You can see the beautiful color 1. The star of the show is definitely the oxidation that you can see here from the metal parts. Right, as you know, CCP always object dies, which means the entire piece is assembled and then dyed afterwards, which also means that the metal parts are on the jacket before dyeing, so they obviously react to the dye as well. In this case, the result is a beautiful turquoise. You could see the detailing here, the aged metal, and you really have this beautiful discoloration on all metal parts, even here on the inside, where there is basically a zip on the inside, so it kind of came through. Incredible detail, and that's what I meant. This jacket is available in this color, not quite often, but it is available. You can buy it, but those details are really, really hard to find, especially with this one. I think they're perfect. Here's a closer look at the articulated elbow, which is a thinner and softer leather here, so it's more flexible and adjusts to your movement. And then you have the same metal pieces here on the sleeve. And then a quick look at the beautiful pocket design. As you can see, it's like fully integrated here. And then there's just a flap sewn in. And then you see the discoloration around the zip as well. Really subtle. And lovely stitching details, as always, with CCP. So guys, this was a difficult one, but I finally made my decision. I think I'm just gonna